Here on the right-hand table, I don't think he's making very many moves on this board. I do have some equity, so it does kind of suck to get raised, but I just don't think he's making very many moves, so I'm just going to go ahead and bet. And here I just have, on the left, I have the deck absolutely crippled. I'm just praying that he picks something up to put more money in. You know, with a 6 in my hand and the jack's dead, it's just, I don't really see any other line than, you know, kind of taking my time here, thinking, calling, hoping that he puts more money in, and, you know, not really expecting to get too many river bets, but, you know, maybe I'll get something. And good river for him to barrel if he's barreling. Now, if you notice, I mean, all these 3-bet pots, I mean, I'm just 3-betting him like a insane amount right now, and he is just not fighting back at all on any of these 3-bet pots. He's playing very fit or fold, so until he starts adjusting, I'm just going to keep ramping up my 3-betting aggression. Here on the left, he thinks for a while and bets. I would imagine he has something. He goes ahead and bets fold and thinks about it for a bit. So I would imagine he rivered something like King 10 and was going for thin value maybe. Something along those lines. Because he doesn't snap fold the river, he kind of just like times down and thinks. So really the only hand I could think he's doing that with is King 10. Since, you know, I don't think he ever has pocket 6s, and I think he snap calls with pocket queens or pocket aces. So I really think King 10 is pretty much the only hand he can have here. Or else maybe he was just kind of showboating for me. Here on the right, I do think I'm getting bluff raised some, but it's by strong semi-bluffs. You know, a lot of things like Queen Jack with a Queen of Clubs or whatever else. So there's not really a whole lot of incentive to bet that, to do anything but just bet fold that flop. And here I'm just hoping that my hand is good, which unfortunately it's not. So as you can see here, right now I'm 3-betting 17% of hands in Hold'em, and I'm going to amp that up quite a bit here. And in PLO, we'll have to see when the stats come back up, but I remember by the end of the session I was up around 35 to 40% 3-bet frequency, and he just was not adjusting well to it. He wasn't 4-betting me light pretty much ever, and he was just kind of playing fit or fold. So here I'm trying to figure out some stats on him and things. Here on the left I do defend. He did check back once when he did have air on a high flop, so I was hoping that on a high flop I could maybe steal it, and you know, here with a pair of 6s, I think I have a very easy float. Not really a whole lot of value in raising. No, on the turn I could just bet call just because I picked up extra outs with a gutter, but and protect my hand. But I don't think there's a whole lot of reason for that. You know, it is nice to get him to fold out something like his ace-high hands that have 6 outs, but I think overall I like my line there. Here on this board, with a dead 3, I think it's less likely that he has his wrap-type hands that he's going to want to get it in with. So I think I have a very, very easy call here. I don't really see any other reason I don't see any reason to go ahead and 3-bet with a hand this strong. You know, if he does have something like, you know, pocket deuces or 4s, we're getting it in on any type of flop. And here with a king, or with the 10 and gut shot, I just barrel the turn. And I would set up a river barrel there too. Here with 6K behind, you know, I could call, but there'll be, you know, over 9K in the pot with 6K behind. I don't really see a whole lot of reason to just be calling, especially since he might have, have something with a gutter in it. Like if he's bluffing with like 4-5 or 4-5-7 or whatever else he may have, or just some random spades he turned. Though I think if he did turn spades, he'd be more likely just to go ahead and pot it. Yeah, so that's interesting to see that he did follow up on that turn, expecting me to float that flop lightly with his air-type hands. Here I turn a whole lot of equity, and a gutter and 2 flush draws. True, one of my flush draws is only 10 high, but I just don't see any reason to do anything but check shove there, and unfortunately I run into a hand that has me in pretty bad shape, but I get lucky on the river.